Good evening, welcome to Matchday Live, courtesy of Cardiff City TV, with myself, Ashley James, and Sam Roberts with you on commentary this evening as Cardiff enter phase 2 of their pre-season preparations for this 22-23 campaign. And Newport County, the near neighbours, the visitors this evening, made the short hop down the M4, just a few junctions along. Ryan Wintle once again wearing the captain's armband for the Bluebirds, as he did at the weekend, and he will anchor the midfield this evening. Cardiff lineup there in front of you. Ryan Allsop in goals. The back four of Whyte, Daley-Campbell, Jamilu Collins, the two full-backs, Ollie Denham and Perry and G, a two centre-halves. That midfield three then, Ryan Wintle, Eli King, so impressive at the weekend, and Tom Sang, a resurgent man also. And a front three of Max Watters, flanked by Ollie Tanner and Mark Harris. Whip delivery, cannons back off the foot of the post, so unfortunate. There's Perry and G with a header, just craning a neck to get on the end of that Wintle delivery. So unfortunate to see it bounce back. Of Harris, Cardiff momentarily down to 10 men. Newport going to play on in a stretched position on this near side. Cameron Norman, the right wing back, good touch inside to Karadogan, but he's the ball nicked away from him by Sang. Strong from Watters. He's got King making strides. Got Tanner on the right hand side. Watters makes a run. Tanner though looks to take on a couple of men. Low effort, easily dealt with by Townsend, but positive play again. And Cardiff quick to shift that ball through the midfield area. Temperature has dropped considerably from where it was earlier in the afternoon, which I'm sure all the players will be thankful for.
Pleased myself, if I'm honest.
Yes. Difficult afternoon. Watching from the home office with the paddling pool set up in the garden. There's Mark Harris playing with a piece of tissue stuffed up a nostril at the moment. Good spot from Tom Sang, good square to Daley-Campbell. Space for Tanner, wide on the right. Oh, it's a testing delivery and a good defensive header from Declan Drysdale in the end. Tanner will get it back. Lovely first touch to drag it beyond a defender. Daley-Campbell back to Sang and draws a really fine stop this time from Nick Townsend.
Yeah, that's the best City move of the match, and they're really unfortunate not to be ahead. Sang struck that superbly, but it's a fine stop. But the thing I'm most impressed with are the intelligence of Campbell and Tanner there down that right side. Really impressive. Two young players, and they showed confidence to get their heads up and make the right decisions in tough situations. No hoofing it upfield, no panicking. It was really well worked, and unfortunately we couldn't make anything of it on that occasion.
Oh, that's a mess. Oh, and it's a mess that nearly ends up in the back of the net. Quick thinking from Eli King to just flash a heel at the ball. Norman, low delivery, awkward, but well dealt with by Wintle, and Collins can now stride to halfway. He's got King to his right. Tanner in space on that far side. Two defenders backpedaling. Tanner still going. And Townsend knew very little about that. An effort beaten into the chest of the goalkeeper, who just stood firm.
Struggling to maybe decide, or any City fan to be able to really make a concrete case on who your favourite midfield three is, to having a bit more of an abundance of options going into next season.
Yes,
and I'm very, very pleased by that.
No rhythm up to... Oh, ball over the top to Harris. Gives a little nudge to the defender, round Townsend, but stretching. Decided to try and turn the ball home. Got his angles wrong. Round of applause from the Cardiff faithful. Whyte looking for the run of Romeo. Newport defend it well. Really panicky stuff though from the exiles. Whyte is straight into the thick of the action, isn't he? Wildig.
He was on Saturday as well.
King. Sang goes back inside rather than using Bagan. Mark Harris with a strike. Not a bad effort. Joe Day was suitably worried. Rising off the boot to the Cardiff number 11, but just off target.
doesn't always work out making that step up, but there's a lot of quality in Wales and players that have been with the Bluebirds before. Players like James Whyte, who went to Penabont after leaving us.
Oh, that's awkward. Ryan Allsop gets himself in a right angle. He's robbed by Zanzala. And Zanzala lifts his effort over the crossbar. Allsop twisting one way, then the other. We've got a pair of fixtures upcoming at the weekend. Weston-super-Mare away on Friday, Torquay United away on Saturday. There's Zanzala wants the return pass, he's through on goal and for some reason decides to square it, and sliding into the back post, Chankazimba can't make a connection, and Cardiff breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he should have scored against his parent club there, Chankazimba. However, from a Cardiff City perspective, we're glad he tried to, because it maintained this goalless scoreline.
15 minutes to play, best opportunity of the game for Newport. Good dummy from the referee. Leahy runs into trouble though. There's Lewis, he runs into Joel Bagan.
Nice.
Cardiff escape, that's good work. Bagan again, well-timed pass to Morgan Wigley. He's got Gavin Whyte making strides inside him. Whyte for the tap-in, Whyte scores. Cardiff's brightest moments in the first half of this game all came in transition, and it's a counter-attack that's finally brought about the opening goal here. Joel Bagan involved, Morgan Wigley with the final pass, and Gavin Whyte with a well-taken finish, who's looked really bright since coming off the bench.
Yeah, if anyone was going to open the scoreline for City, I think it was going to be this man in the second half. But you've got to be happy with the way City have broken forward. It's a lovely ball. I believe it's James Crole there running through, and he finds Gavin Whyte superbly, who slots home. City 1-up.
That's really pleasing from a Cardiff perspective, that, because it looked like this fixture was heading one way really in the last 10 minutes or so, and the more experienced Newport team seemed to have the upper hand. That's a decent cross and a decent header from Will Evans. Romeo did enough to put him off to make sure he couldn't get above the ball and force a header on target. Yeah, if you ever saw his brother play at under 18 level, frame-wise, he does actually look a little bit like Ruben did 2-3 years ago, didn't he? But he's going to need to do some growing into that stature. But it's another really bright prospect on the Cardiff books. Ditto this man, James Crole. Good flick on. Wigley does well against Bright. A chance maybe for a second for Cardiff. Takes it onto his left foot, and it's a deflection behind for a corner. He had two men in support, but a little drop of the shoulder onto his left very nearly brought about a goal. Evans, robbed away from him. And Gavin Whyte to the chance to attack and plays in Crole, one-on-one with Joe Day. Crole makes no mistake, goes for power through the former Cardiff City keeper, and just like that, Cardiff are 2 to the good. Crisp counter-attacking football again, no mistake in the finish from the youngster. And Cardiff have flipped this game on his head.
Yeah, I was just giving him his plaudits, and he's taken that chance with aplomb. It's a lovely finish from Crole. Full credit to Gavin Whyte. He has looked a different class this second half, and he does brilliantly to break forward. It's a nice through ball, and Crole, one touch to get it out of his feet and bang past Joe Day, 2-0. It's looking like the Bluebirds are going to take this one.
Ball away to Aaron Lewis on that far side. He's got Bagan backpedaling, goes square to Waite instead. Lovely intervention from Joel Colwill, a little chop-in tackle, and comes away with the ball. And then dawdles a little bit and gives it away. A wild lash of the left foot from Lewis to Ormley, but it's well wide of Jack Annick's right hand upright. Well, that might just be it, you know, Sam. 90 minutes on the clock. And that will do it.
That'll do nicely.
2-0 to the Bluebirds at the end. Goals coming at a stage in the game where it might just have appeared like a 0-0 draw was on the horizon. Cardiff, the much better team in the first half, couldn't find a breakthrough. Sticky second period, but 2 chances, 2 goals, both counter-attacking football and well taken. Crole to Gavin Whyte for the opener. Whyte return in the favour. to his young striker for the second. And a lot to be very pleased with from this evening's outing from a Bluebirds perspective.